Restart.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome everybody to the stream. Kennedy is going to be demoing how to do like a maze game. So thank you for watching and demoing. So Kennedy, what do you got for us today?
I have Pac Dude, sort of like Pac-Man, but Pac Dude, and the goal is to collect all the coins before the time runs out. Before we go over how to make it, I'm going to show you kind of how to play it. So you move through like Pac-Man does, and that is then you eat the fruit and the clock resets, and we have some enemies here, and the goal is to get all the coins. Okay, so we're going to get away from that and start making our game. So does everything look okay here?
Yep, we can still see.
Okay, so the kind of basics of Pac-Man, I guess we kind of went over. So what are some important aspects of Pac-Man? Like what makes Pac-Man, the game Pac-Man?
Ghosts.
Coins.
So you got ghosts, who are the enemies.
Yeah, some enemy sprites.
And so we also need enemies.
Friends in the chat was saying Pac-Man. We need Pac.
We need Pac Dude. We need him. He's the main character.
Pac Dude.
What else? Somebody said we need coins. Coins, which if we get coins, we need to have a score for the coins, like a score.
You need a timer that apparently runs out very quickly.
We have a timer. Somebody said we need fruit, so we can do cherries. I think that there's a cherry.
So sounds like a nurse.
So we need fruit, and we need our maze, obviously. So I think that those are kind of anybody else have any ideas about anything else before we move forward? Because I think this is all kind of good, a kind of good start. So I already made my tile map ahead of time. And so we also have a bunch of tutorials on the Coded Challenge about how to make your own custom tiles, how to make your own tile map. But essentially, this is what my tile map looks like. We're going to start off with that. So one thing, okay, so before we go, I think we need to, before I forget, turn these into walls, because I don't want Pac-Man to be able to fly everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and make my maze tiles. I'm going to make those walls so he's not flying around the screen. And to make a wall, you just sort of press this, and then I have this tool highlighted, the pencil tool, and you can just kind of draw your walls on.
What does a wall do?
A wall is sort of, it makes it so your character cannot move through it. It's sort of like an obstacle. Your character cannot fly through any of these tiles. So my character won't be able to move through. When he tries to interact, it just stops.
Or if they spawn inside the tile. How do we correct that?
To make him go inside of the tile? If I wanted to.
No. Like when the game starts and he's just already inside the tile, and he's stuck in the tile, right?
Well, I'm going to make him not start inside the tile. I'm going to make him start away from the tile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to go through any of these. But like, say if these weren't highlighted, then he would be able to move through them. But I don't want him to move through the tiles. And so now next, I guess we really do need to make Pac-Man. So first things first, I'm going to go to set my sprite. So this block sort of creates your sprite, and I already created Pac-Man, or I thought I created Pac-Man. So we're just gonna make Pac-Man right now. Thought I did, but apparently I did. So Pac-Man looks like this. Boom, Pac-Man.
Not bad.
He looks a little weird, but it's okay.
Personality. He's got some.
He has personality.
He's got some character, yeah.
Like Pac-Man.
Oh look, there he is.
Left in the sun for a little too long.
Yeah, this Pac Dude cooked.
Yeah, that's Pac Dude. And so I want to be able to move him around. So I'm going to move my sprite with buttons at that end. So
really like
let's.
how logical the progression here is. You have to set the tile map, then show what the sprite looks like, and then designate that you can move it with buttons. It's like 1, 2, 3, and now they're moving all around. Oh,
and so
set the border of the game.
Yes, I did not set the border of the game, so we can't follow Pac-Man. So I am going to go here to scene, and I'm going to allow the camera to follow my sprite. So now we'll be able to move all around and you can see where Pac-Man is going.
Oh,
Very
And
good.
see how he's not moving through these walls, because I
Mhm.
set those as walls earlier.
that's perfectly
So-
still.
Yeah.
So now we need Pac-Man to like eat some things. We need some coins. So next thing I'm going to do is set up a coin sprite. So I'm going to bring
Audio.
this block here, and I'm going to grab a coin. Let's see, and there's already a bunch of cool coins already made, so I'm not gonna reinvent the wheel. I'm just gonna take it. And I'm going to change this variable so things aren't confusing. And I'm going to name my coin sprite. I'm just gonna name it coin, because that's a good way to, and I'm going to change this, instead of it being kind of player, I'm going to make it power pellet, because that is what Pac-Man does. And so now we have a coin right there.
Is that a built-in kind?
That is not a, I don't believe that is a built-in kind. If you want to add one, you can just type it in. You can kind of like how we changed this, you go down to new variable, you would just go to a new kind and just type in whatever kind you want. But now I need a bunch of different coins. So we're gonna have to figure out how to get this coin and put it kind of everywhere.
Oh,
So this is why we have 4, are they 4? Yes. So for loops kind of create a list of everything. So since I have a bunch of something I want to put everywhere, I'm going to compile all the coins and put them in a list. So example, this is value. So the value of the coin, I'm going to make a list name. I'm just going to call them coin locations, because that's where I want all my coins to go. So now we need to figure out where to set in the game to put them all. So I'm going to go to my tile map, and I have a little custom tile here. I'm just going to make them, I want all the coins to go everywhere. So I'm just going to make them all. So every yellow space is where our coin is going to go, all over the map. But now I need to set that. So I'm going to go here. And let's see, where is it?
I think you're looking for something in scene.
Is it in scene? Oh, yes.
So yeah, down at the bottom.
Where is it?
Array of all blank locations. It's kind of right in the middle of your screen. Nope, down. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to create array of all those locations. So wherever that yellow is, it's going to create an array, is where that list exists in there. And I'm going to, I can't find the set block, so I'm just going to type in set in that search box. And that's very helpful in helping you find things.
No.
Or is it set?
You need to go under advanced.
Oh. Let's see.
And you're going to create a list, right? Because we need to create that coin locations list. So under arrays. So
Oh, there it is.
an array is just a fancy way of saying list. So at the very top, set list to.
Set list to.
And we're going to make
array.
an array. So we're basically going to make a list. So
A list
you
of
click
all
that
those
drop down.
locations.
Yeah, click that drop down and then say coin locations.
So all my coin locations are going to be set it as those yellow spaces.
Yeah. That's going, yeah, it's going to go above that. Yeah. Perfect.
And there we go. So now, but now it's all yellow. So I need to go and figure out how to make it transparent so you can't see, and you can set all the coins there because you see the coin is still right there. So I'm going to go, is that an advanced?
No, that's a scene. It's a scene thing.
Scene block. Okay. Okay. So now in my for loop, I'm going to press place my coin on top of, I need to create a new variable. And I'm just going to have it be the value. Oh, wait.
Nope. So you're going to grab, so we want the location of all those specific yellow tiles that we created.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to grab value, because we created a list of every single location value,
Mm-hmm.
the yellow tiles. So you're going to grab value from that for element, because it's going through that list of values, of locations. And so we need to get that from the list.
Thank you, Tyler.
This is this is confusing. Like, don't worry, y'all. Like this, like I was probably in my 20s before I fully understood what this is. So this is very advanced for everyone. It takes a second to wrap your head around it.
Okay. And then I'm going to bring this here. So, and drag the value tile in order to make the value transparent.
Yes. So we're going to delete all the tiles.
So now it'll appear, but now my coin's right here. I need to.
So you need to grab that set coin sprite, the power pellet one, and put that inside your for loop.
Oh, come back.
So we need to spawn a new sprite every time. There we go. Yeah, I think you need to put it below. So place, oh wait, no.
Come on.
Yeah. No, okay, I see what happened. See how you say it says tile map 0, 0? That's why it's, yeah, put it above.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Place tile map on top of coin location.
That needs to say value as well.
Okay. So place the coin there.
Mm-hmm. So you also need to put your set coin to sprite power pellet, and that needs to be inside the for loop as well.
Okay, I see, because it's not reading it since it's not in the same block.
Yeah. There we go.
And boom, now all the coins are everywhere. Awesome.
Magic.
Nice.
Very much so magic. And now we are going to need to interact with the coin. So I need to figure out a way to make sure when Pac-Man hits the coin, they disappear, because right now none of that is happening. So now I'm going to find my when sprite interacts with this kind of player, something will happen. So basically when my sprite, when my sprite interacts with something, I'm going to make sure something else happens. But the idea is when my sprite player, since I set my sprite Pac-Man as the player, overlaps with other sprite of power pellet, I'm going to make sure they are destroyed. And I think there's a block for that. There we go. Destroy.
That search menu is actually a really helpful resource. I didn't realize if you were looking for a word, you could just put it in at the top.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take other sprite. So it means when I interact with it. It's super helpful because it's very hard to try to find them and remember what all the names are. So I just always search for what I'm looking for. But now look, now all the coins are being destroyed.
Very nice. Yeah, I think Toad can handle this. This doesn't look too hard.
But now we need a scoring system because now there's no way to play. So I'm going to win every time Pac-Man interacts and one of those are destroyed, your score changes by 1. And that block is super cool because it makes all the mechanics go in. So now you see on the side of that screen, the points are going up.
Ooh.
And I want a sound to play. So I'm going to just add this. So whenever Pac-Man gets a coin, it's also going to go like, oh, did my game freeze? There we go.
Nice.
There we go. I think the more I add into it, it gets a little a little wonky and it freezes. So now let's see what the next thing is. Now we need enemies. Pac-Man needs enemies to try to make sure, try to fight
Make sure
or
he doesn't get
combat.
touched, yeah.
The next thing's next. I'm going to add another for loop because sort of kind of like how I wanted the coins to go in a specific spot, I want my enemies to also go in a specific spot.
Mhm.
So I'm essentially going to kind of do the same thing that I did before with the coins, but I'm just going to do that with enemies. So grab a for loop and add that to the bottom. Make sure it's not, I was having issues before because I accidentally put it inside. Make sure it goes on the outside. And I'm going to do the same thing. One easy way to go about it is copying and pasting. So you can right click and then duplicate the block, which is super helpful. So it doesn't take you super amount of times. And then always make sure you're renaming things as you go. So I'm going to name the new variable ghost because that's the ghost error. That's what I want. And I'm going to make a new list. So instead of coin locations, I'm going to make ghost locations. And I'm changing the sprite. I'm going to make a ghost sprite. Where are they? I know they exist. I know they exist.
That's a good one.
Where?
Oh, there they are.
There it is.
Look at the ghost.
And I'm going to change the kind to enemy because the ghosts are my enemy in Pac-Man. And to make things simpler, just copy and paste and then remember to change everything. So again, instead of coin, it's going to be ghost. And when you create an element, it already exists in that space and the value and value both exist already. So now the ghosts are going to be transparent. But now I need to place them. So let's see. I'm going to create another set of arrays for the ghosts, but I have to make them a different color. They can't be yellow. And I already made a green tile, so I'm just going to make green, go to my tile map, and I'm going to have the ghosts go here and here, just to make it easy. So the ghosts are going to go there.
Oh,
Uh-oh, did I do something incorrect? Oh, that's right. I forgot to change my variable. Ghost locations. So I changed that to ghost locations. And now the ghost is right there. You'll always know if you haven't changed anything because it'll probably give you an error. See how everything was yellow? It's because I forgot to change my variable name. So now there's my ghost. And now I need him to do stuff because he's absolutely not moving. So, yeah, I feel like a ghost is scary if he's not moving. So I'm going to get my ghost moving by giving my ghost some velocity. I think that's what I'm going to make him do. Does that sound about right? I think.
the background just give him like a skeleton look to it. Takes away the ghost body because it's black.
Yes, and I'm going to set my ghost. I'm going to change this. I think it's VX velocity, and I'm going to set it at 40, but you can sort of change it to whatever you want. And now my ghost, now my ghost is going to move, but he stops, which is a problem. I need him to go back and forth. So I'm going to set up some blocks so when he hits the wall, he goes back in the opposite direction. So I think it's in the sprites. On sprite, when this on sprite. Let's see. I thought that there was a block for it. Oh, here we go. I just typed in wall and it popped up. There we go. That's why this is so helpful. So this block will make sure when he hits the wall, I'm going to make him do something else. So when the sprite of kind of enemy hits the wall, I'm going to make him flip in the opposite direction. But I'm going to need if statements because if he's hitting the wall on one end, I want him to go in one direction. And if he hits the wall in another direction, I want him to flip around in the other direction. Does that make sense?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
So if, now what? We got to break it down. If there's blocks over here that say that. If my sprite is hitting the wall, or if I'm gonna take this, if sprite is hitting the wall on the left, then what do we want him to do? Move in the opposite direction. So I'm gonna take this, put it over there. Then I want him to move in the opposite direction, 40. So if he's hitting the wall on this side, I want him to move this way. And I needed to say if else. If you click this button right here, it'll give you more if else. So you can make it do if else, or if this happens, or if this happens, and you can add as many as you want. But I want his picture to change, so I'm going to change the image that occurs when he moves in one direction. Set, I think there's a block for that. Set image, here we go. So if my sprite or my ghost is hitting the wall, then I'm going to make his picture go. He's gonna look like this. Where did it ghost? There we go. He's going to be, if he's hitting the wall on the left, he's gonna bounce and look like he's moving to the right. Start moving in the opposite direction. Oh. Oh wait. I need all my variables to be the same. So since it's sprite in here, it has to be sprite in here. And I want the same thing. If else. Okay, maybe I got the wrong if block. Because because I needed to, if this happens, then this, I needed, or is this right? If else, I need to add something here. But it won't let me.
Kennedy, hit the plus.
Yeah.
Hit the plus. Hit it one more time.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I was confused. I was like, it's not letting me put options there. And we're gonna just duplicate it and then change it to the right. And duplicate. But we're gonna change it to -40, so then he can move in the opposite direction. And then, boop. And we're gonna change the image, because if he hits the wall on the right, I need him to flip and start moving towards the left.
Naturally, yes.
Good detail.
And there we go. I think that, let's see what happens. I hope this is all making sense. And if not,
So
okay,
moonwalking now.
Yeah.
there we go. And his little image is flipping. So like, and I think that there's one down here too.
Oh goodness, it's scary.
But nothing happens when I interact with him. So we need to set an action that will happen if I overlap with him. So if I overlap with him, I want to lose the game. So sort of the same thing as we did before when my sprite overlaps with, instead of power pellet, we're gonna go change it to enemy. And I'm going to give it a game over. Because we need a way to win and lose the game. So
See that, Toad? No mistakes.
And so we lost. But now we need a function on how to win the game. So I'm going to, I think I was going to set a timer. So the idea for the game is, if you do not collect all of the coins by the time the countdown ends, or actually, think I need to add that at the start. I need to add a start countdown before I add anything else. So we're gonna add a countdown method. So I just typed in countdown, but you can also find it in the info. And this has like lives, things like that. So now it starts a countdown. But I'm going to set it here. So if my countdown ends, then I have lost the game. Countdown ends on countdown, and what do I want to add?
You want a game over, right?
Yes.
Couldn't you duplicate the game over that you already have on screen?
Well, the game over, oh yeah, I could just have that. But I need to add something. So if I haven't collected all the coins when the game ends, then the game will end. So we're going to add. So you see, the game is over when the countdown runs. So now I need something else on game update. So the game will update. If my score, we're going to add another if statement. So if I need to add another variable for my score, if my score, oh wait, that's the wrong if block. I think. If
you need to go to logic.
Oh.
And in chat, Reese, pay attention to this because I know you're asking a question about where to grab this block. Logic, yeah.
Logic. Oh, okay, I see.
You want to grab the comparator, the comparison.
Okay, so if.
Yeah. And score is already a built-in variable, so you don't actually need to make your own score.
Oh, okay, awesome. So that's the comparison thing. So if.
Yeah, under info.
Oh, score. If my score is, I think there's 140 of these blocks.
Yeah.
So if it is
greater than or equal to, probably.
Greater than or equal to 140, then you win the game. So that'll have it set up that if I have greater than or equal to the 140 blocks that exist, but this is kind of very hard to get all of them in that amount of time. Yeah. So I'm going to add something to help you out, which is the fruit. So if you get the fruit, it is going to extend the time. So now we need to kind of do the same thing that we did before. And I want the fruit to go in fruit to go in a specific, I want the fruit to go in well, actually, instead of doing that, I'm going to show you something different. I'm going to make the fruit a tile. So I'm going to go on my tile map. This is a different way to show different actions overlapping with something.
I think
I'm going to go to my
Kennedy. I think you want to grab the. Oh yeah. Oh, you've already pre-made that. Do you want to show them how you got the fruit?
Oh yes. To turn the fruit into a tile, you can
grab a sprite block.
Yeah, sprite, because the fruits are sprites and they're not tiles. You can go ahead and I grabbed a cherry, but you can press Control A to grab everything on the screen and then Control C to copy it. Okay, game, I get it. I understand. And then go to your tile map, go to My Tiles, create a new tile. I don't want it to look like that. I want it to be transparent, and then press Control V to paste it in. So now you have just turned your sprite into a tile. And I want these to go in a bunch of different places so you can have a bunch of different ways to actually win the game. So we're gonna have a lot of fruit. I think these are apples, these are not cherries. So now my cherries are here, but I need to figure out a way what's going to happen when I interact with them. So I'm going to take this one, overlap, So this is a different kind of overlap operation type of
It's
move. So
under scene, this block.
it is under scene. So I will show you that really quickly. Here it is. On sprite of kind overlaps with, instead of it being a sprite, this is a tile. So when it gets to that location, calm down, Pac-Man. Something will happen at that location. So when my player overlaps with, I think these are the correct cherries or apples.
I think it might be that one.
Is that one? Okay.
Yeah, because you created a second one. I think he used the second one. Now I don't know.
Well, we can. It's an easy fix. It's either one or the other. Thank goodness I only created 2.
Okay.
So when it overlaps at that location,
Well, you need to add your code. Yeah.
Hmm?
Nothing. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to restart the countdown. So when you overlapped with the fruit, the timer starts over. Okay. You see how I reset the timer? Oh, but I need it to disappear. So I'm going to bring one of the set tiles that I used here before. Oh no.
Yeah, under scene. Yeah.
Under scene, set, grab this one and set this. This is basically going to make it transparent. So the tile is saying set transparent tile at that specific location where the cherries are. So let's, boom. Ooh.
And the time goes up too.
And I want a different sound to play. So when you collect a cherry, it's gonna make not a bading, but a magic wand. I don't know what that sound is like.
Bading.
Okay.
Is that the game?
I think. Oh,
Looks like.
So
I think that's the game we have here, y'all.
I think the only thing you need to do is what Luigi was talking about at the beginning. Your sprite is starting in the middle of a tile.
Oh, okay.
We need to set Pac-Dude's like starting location.
Okay, so his starting location. I'm grabbing that tile. Should be under sprites. Set.
I think you. So normally when you're not using a tile map, you set the XY coordinate of your sprite. But when you use a tile map, that kind of throws everything off. It gets kind of wacky. You want to use a tile map grid by column and row. So that's
okay. Where is this under?
Scene. So
scene. Okay.
If you go to set my sprite or place my sprite on top of tile map column and row, but you want to do this after you've created, put that after you've created your sprite.
And I want him to start.
When this loads, you'll see the it'll be in the top
right corner where that coin was setting up before when I forgot to change it.
Yeah, the top left corner is position 0, 0. So
okay,
where do you want to put the sprite?
I want to put him in the middle, but I don't quite. I want to put him in here, in there.
What you could do is, so if you want to do that, then this is going to be a little bit different than I think we planned it, but go back to your tile map. Is there a color we haven't used? So create a new tile. Don't click edit. You got to click the plus symbol. So that's going to edit the tile that you're working with. Okay. And then fill it in with the new color we haven't used.
Blue.
Okay. And then click done, and then add your blue tile. And then push done again. And now what we want to do is go back to scene and scroll down a little bit. And we're going to say, place my sprite on top of random tile. And put that, right there. And select the blue. And
awesome.
Because we only have one blue tile, even though it says random, there's only one there. So we just need to then delete that
Make it transparent.
Yeah. Oof. That's gonna be annoying to do.
I mean, for the purposes of the game.
Let's just yeah, let's just move on. So
Okay, so the idea is we need to collect all the coins. And I think that pretty much that demos the game.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm going to actually make this a little bit easier for y'all. I'm going to set the counter at 20 seconds instead of 10 seconds.
No way.
No, okay, it's really hard.
I see why. No reason why not to do that.
Okay.
Luigi, you're undefeated. So we need a good matchup here.
Okay, so it's actually seconds then.
About the story in the beginning, right?
Yeah, it's 10 seconds when you start, and when you get the fruit, it restarts the clock. So you're gonna, like in real Pac-Man, you're gonna have to plan where you're moving to.
No, but like the instructions.
The instructions are the instructions?
Oh.
Like in the beginning of the
Okay, so if you go
in the built version.
I believe if you go in game, and then you're gonna go to set. Oh wait, no. We're gonna go to game, and we're gonna go to show long text. And just type in your text here. And the text that I had was, oh.
How did I mess it up?
I messed up something. Okay, the good thing is if you press Control-Z, it will undo what you just did, because I messed up somewhere.
That is always.
So, there's also an undo button in your bottom right part of your screen too.
Okay. Right.
So.
Okay. I had welcome to Hack Dude at the bottom. I'm going to duplicate it because it's a lot of text to fit on one screen. So I duplicate it. Try to collect all the coins before the time runs out. And then make another one. Eat the fruit to reset the clock 4 more times. And yeah, let's reset the game. Oh, wait, okay. Never mind. I thought I was like, why did it?
So this is important. You can see, so these purple show long text blocks, they completely stop your game from loading or anything like that. So Kennedy's game here has a set tile map, and this is why it has all the yellow and like the apples and no background, is because the game hasn't been like fully loaded yet. So if you wanted everything to appear, put those after you've loaded everything. So, okay. or before you set your tile map. So you just have a blank.
I need to.
No, it's difficult. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, it won't. It doesn't want to. Here we go.
There you go. Okay. You could put this.
There we go.
If you want your game to be loaded, you could also just put these text things at the very bottom of your on start thing, and that way it looks like your game is about to start, and then it'll launch you into it. Okay. All right. Let's see some action. Let's see.
Okay, so
or Luigi.
I need to then publish my game.
I'm not afraid of you, Luigi.
This game is very hard. I'm so sorry.
We'll let you
okay. And then should I put the link to the game in the chat or?
Yeah, just do chat to panelists though. And we'll share it out to all the participants, all the watchers, all of our live stream enthusiasts.
Okay.
Everyone at home watching.
Thank you all for being with me on this journey.
All right.
Thank you for making it in front of us, Kennedy. That was a lot of like really intensive work that you just did in like less than an hour. That was impressive.
Thank you. Okay, so I can stop sharing my screen and y'all can keep going. Who's going first?
All right.
Is because I am a magnanimous pre-winner. Please feel free to do your worst.
Okay.
/best.
Let me get it loaded up and everything.
No pressure, no rush. Why rush into the maw of defeat? This is how Toad acts in the games, right?
I'm a great sound to it.
Who's gonna win? Totally. Okay, Luigi's going first. Okay.
I'm just gonna click on it. There we go.
Oh man,
You gotta be careful. Like, you gotta plan that out.
definitely. Wow, yeah. Got that time
That was real close.
Lots of good things happening here. Oh, okay. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
You only got 3 seconds. Oh,
Oh boy, Luigi. It's like you lived in the game your whole life. You're really doing it.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh no, my controller.
All
It's stuck. My
right.
controller got stuck. Oh no.
That was so compelling. You had me rooting for you toward the end.
you almost made it.
That was
My controller got stuck. I couldn't move.
Excuses.
I don't think we call the rule no Johns beforehand. So
All right, Toad. Let's see what you got.
alrighty. Here we go.
let me escape out of this screen share.
Okay, 124. Let's see if you can beat it.
That was
124.
close. You were
It was close because I was getting it, and then the controller stopped working.
16 coins away.
The controller stopped working.
Alrighty. Let's see. Can everyone see my screen? Is that a yes, no?
That was a yes,
Yes.
in Japanese.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh, you did say hi. That's amazing. I'm taking off the keyboard cover.
Not the
Uh-oh.
keyboard cover.
Pure keyboard and finger interaction right
Be
here.
careful with controller so I don't get stuck.
Yeah, I'm actually a little worried, so I took off the cover.
Yeah, yeah.
Boom. Bow.
Only caps lock. I think that ruined me.
Oh, this is me. This is me doing it.
You gotta be careful. You have to plan where you're going because those there's only so many cherries or apples. I mean.
Oh,
Wait, no,
I
no,
win.
I need to
That's
restart.
it. Get over it.
Something happened.
You
No,
accidentally ran into the
no
ghost.
do-overs. No do-overs. No do-overs.
All do-overs, all the time. This is the Toad Network. No.
No do-overs. That's 2 tries. You've had a chance. Luigi wins.
I can do this. I am Toad. I'm a winner. See?
Oh, just
Look
wasted
at
2
my
cherries right there.
artful, deft negotiations of the keyboard realm. In only one round,
You'll see.
I have conquered this game. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You gotta get all those coins, and you got 2 seconds left.
I might be willing to admit that in this case, Luigi's experience may have worked in his favor this time.
Luigi wins.
Luigi wins, and you know what would be? I thought about it
Congrats to
afterwards.
me. Well done. Moves to 2-0. I think we'll see you next week, Luigi, when you face off against Mario, the one that we
Ooh.
promised in our kickoff
I'm looking forward to it.
match.
Well done, Luigi. I have to give you credit.
I hope that was helpful.
You have to go sneeze now.
Some last announcements. Let's get the attendance code and password for today. I'm going to add the link to the chat, and
Luigi is done sneezing.
here is the. Oops, fucked it.
I love you too, Random Fan. Thank you. Thank you, Danny. Wait, that's how you pronounce it.
All right, code word for today in honor of Luigi. Code word is Luigi.
Oh God.
Finally,
You
a code after me.
Luigi. That's why I let you win, because I knew you needed your own code word day.
Needed it. Thank you, Toad.
Yes, you're
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
I had to preserve our friendship. I did this for you and for us.
You are yellow stuff.
For us.
It happened.
Sorry for the spam there, y'all. Let me share my screen. Ugh. All right. All right, their screen. So I know a lot of you had some technical coding questions in the chat. I highly recommend you come to our Tuesday sessions. Check your school emails, check your parents' emails for the links to those. They're on Zoom, Tuesdays at 4, and also Thursdays at 4 for female identifying students. Code word is, check the screen, it is Luigi. Or if you want to spell it, L-O-O-G, Luigi.
Fill out that way, you won't get the credit.
Oh yes, the Pac-Man game. Let me get that link for you too for that. Oops.
And once you all play, you'll see that it's maybe not that easy, perhaps, especially if you have powerful hands and a really tiny keyboard. That's all I'm saying. We told people we don't normally, you know, lose ever. So I just wanted to give context.
I warned y'all beforehand. It's very hard. Yeah, no.
Yeah, yep, that happened.
All right.
Luigi is kind of the best gamer. Luigi has fully been beating everybody every week.
All right, hey everyone. I put the link to the chat, to the game in the chat. Well done, Luigi.
Luigi's descending, elevating to the next level.
Right.
And one cool thing y'all could add if you decide to make Pac-Man, I thought about it last minute. The cherry should make your points be higher. Like, could you do that? Is that something that could be done?
Could you make it worth more points, right?
Could you make them worth more points?
Totally. I feel like, right?
So that'd be interesting.
All right.
Good deal.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Yes, thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
To the Tuesday sessions. If you have any questions, thanks for attending. We'll see you back here next week, next Saturday at 10 a.m. We will be doing a platformer or Mario-style jumping game. So I know a lot of you all are making those kinds of games. So come back and see our take on that one. Luigi is the code word. Make sure you fill out that attendance sheet so you get credit for today. Bye-bye. See everyone.
Well, everyone, thank you for
See
coming.
you.
Bye, Neelam. Bye, everyone. Thank you for coming. We appreciate